know that this welcome has nothing to do with me. Ever since I entered the Mother of Parliaments, I realized that I ceased to be a person and had become a symbol. The safe thing about being a symbol is this. You realize that you of yourself can do nothing but what you symbolize, gives you courage and strength, and should give you wisdom. I certainly have been given courage and strength, and I won't say too much about wisdom. My entrance into the House of Commons was not, as some thought, in the nature of a revolution. It was an evolution. It is rather interesting how it came about. My husband was the one who started me off on this downward path from the fireside to public life. If I have helped the cause of women, he is the one to thank, not me. It is a strange and a remarkable thing that he is. First, it was strange to urge your wife to take up public life, especially as he is a most domesticated man. But the truth is that he is a born social reformer. He has avoided the pitfalls which so many well-to-do men fall into. He doesn't think that you can right wrongs with philanthropy. He realizes that one must go to the bottom of the causes of wrongs and not simply gild them up. For 11 years, I helped my husband with his work at Plymouth and found out the wrongs, and he tried to right them. And this combination of work was a wonderful and happy combination, and I often wish that it was still going on. However, I am not here to tell you of his work, but it is interesting insofar that it shows you how it came about that I stood for Parliament at all. Unless he had been the kind of a man he was, I don't believe that the first woman member of the oldest Parliament in the world would have come from Plymouth, and that would have been a pity. Plymouth is an ideal port to sail from or to. It has been bidding Godspeed to so many voyagers. I felt that I was embarking on a voyage of faith. But when I entered at my destination, some of the honorable members looked upon me more of a pirate than a pilgrim. A woman in the House of Commons, it was almost enough to have broken up the House. I don't blame them. It was equally hard on the woman as it was on them. A pioneer may be a picturesque figure, but they are often rather lonely ones. I must say for the House of Commons, they bore their shock with dauntless decency. Nobody of men could have been kinder and fairer to a pirate than they were. When you hear the people here trying to run down England, please remember that England was the first large country to give the vote to women, and that the men of England welcomed an American-born woman in the House with a fairness and a justice which at least this woman never will forget. The different ones received me in different ways. I shall never forget a Scotch Labour leader coming up to me after I had been in the House a little while and telling me that I wasn't a bit the sort of woman he thought I would be. I'll tell you that, but I know now that you are an ordinary, homely, kindly body, and he has proved it since by often asking my advice on domestic questions. Then there was an Irish member who said to me, I don't know what you are going to speak about, but I am here to back you. And the last was from a regular Noah's Ark man, a typical square type. After 2.5 years of never agreeing on any point with him, he remarked to someone that I was a very stupid woman, but he must add that I was a very attractive one. And he found I was a thoroughly honest social reformer. I might add that being the first woman, I had to take up many causes which no one would call exactly popular. I also had to go up against a prejudice of generations, but I must say their decency has never failed, though my manners must have been somewhat of a trial.
It's okay. It was fun.